Gardeners love watching the weather, and I've got to tell you, when I was a kid growing up on the farm, there was nothing better than tapping the old barometer, checking the thermometer and how much rainfall we might have been lucky enough to get. Well, look, this whole weather forecasting thing is an absolute science, and it really fascinates me. One of the country's most respected forecasters is Neil Bennett. He's been the Media Liaison Officer for the Bureau of Meteorology for the past 10 years. So, Neil, how do you actually measure the weather?
Well, we've got instruments such as the one that we've got here. This has got temperatures inside it, temperature gauges.
It's not a beehive.
It's not a beehive, no, and these are standard right across the whole of Australia and indeed across the whole world. We have to have them built to specific specifications so that we don't have different measurements of temperature at different locations. We also measure the rainfall, the humidity, and the wind speed and direction as well, and all of those are fed into massive supercomputers around the world, and then these very, very sophisticated computer models are run. But the basis of it is to take the observations right at the very, very start of the process.
Now, I'll often follow the 5 or 7 day forecast. How do you do it so many months ahead? I know there's up to 3 months ahead at times. How does that work?
Well, the 5 to 7 day one is reliant heavily on that computer model being very, very precise.
Yep.
But when we go further ahead, there's such a thing as chaos theory, and that means that we can't sort of be really, really precise at 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. We have to give a range of scenarios, if you like, as what the most likely outcome is going to be. And the way we do that is we use a statistical type of forecast rather than what we call a very predictive type. And that statistical forecast is going to say the chances of it being wetter or drier than average are around 30–40%. So if you want to know what your wedding plans are going to be like, or your barbecue at the weekend, or whether you're going to be able to go out and do a bit of gardening, finding out what's going on right now with the aid of these instruments is the start point.